So, in one of the important videos that I did, I asked wives to be to let me know. We spoke about how to know a sound. No, were speaking about something in that particular video, and we spoke about the importance of having a man that is a sound that has a sound mind. And I got people requesting to know how to know how to know if your man has a sound mind, and that's a potential man now. So a man reaches out to you. How do you know? How can you know that he has a sound mind? That is exactly what we're addressing in today's video. We'll just get right into it. I'm Sage Nell. Welcome back to SAGENEL TV. Do well to subscribe, turn on the notification, especially if you're on the journey to meeting and marrying your husband. This is the channel for you. We help you meet your creator, understand the reason why he has sent you here, meet yourself and understand your value and relevance, and meet and marry your husband, because there's a process to meeting and marry your and marrying your husband, which must not be broken if you don't want to have a broken marriage. To have a wholesome marriage, you have to make sure that you go through the process. Our God is a God of process. Welcome, and let's get right into it. Do not forget to drop your comment and like this video if you are liking this video, because you would like this video. A lot of the people we find in the world today are interesting people. Whether you find them in religious settings, you find them at work, you find them in a hangout, whatever, even a place of interest like the gym or one of these things that you do that you're interested in, and you happen to find someone there that is also interested. One of the dilemma in 21st century, even for men and women, is not just a women thing. Really is a men and women thing, because women are interesting people as well. People want to know, so how do I know the right person from the get-go? And you can know the right person from the get-go from the conversation from a conversation with the person before the person even becomes your boyfriend. I continue to stand by the rule that you don't need to have 1,000 boyfriends before getting married. By the grace of God, I had one boyfriend, and then the boyfriend has now become a husband by the grace of God. And that can happen for you as well. This is why I'm committed to helping you to cut short the journey of heartbreak and time wasting. Did I have suitors and did I have people who liked me, who I liked? Oh, yes. So it's not like there's only one person in my life that I had. But before going further to commit to a relationship, by the grace of God, thank God I was equipped to the degree that I was. I always wanted to make sure that some processes were put into place to be sure that it was the right person. Because for me, I wanted my first boyfriend to be my husband eventually. That was my goal. You may not be in that on that path. You probably have had three boyfriends and all that, but you may be listening to me and like, this is also what I want for myself. Good. It's possible for you. So, how do you know that a man that has approached you, or a man that you are liking, or a man who you both are approaching each other has a sound mind? Number one, just a few points. His thought pattern. So, what is the thought pattern of this man? How does he think? And how would you know how he thinks? What he says, the kind of questions that he asks, that he's asking you, those are the kind of answers he also gives as well. That is why you should not miss. Check the link in my description for resources that I have created for you in love and with so much care. There's a particular resource on questions and conversations that single people should be having before stepping into a relationship, not while in a relationship, before. This one is before, to know whether you both are even right for each other, so you don't waste each other's time. All right, so it's thought patterns. When you start out with those questions, then you're going to be able to know the kind of answers, the kind of questions is asking, the kind of conversations, the kind of topics he's even bringing up. So these are the ways to know his thoughts pattern, or some of the ways, the kind of programs he wants to watch, the kind of content he's invested in. You can be interested in certain content just because, but it's one thing to be interested in a content and look at it like, oh, it's not even what I thought. It's another thing to be invested in certain kind of content. These are the ways that you can know a person's thought pattern. And if you are busy smooshing each other and just kissing and trying to have sex and trying to explore only your body parts, you're not going to know that. So take it easy. Let this man marry you. You guys go touch tire. Take it easy. The next point is action pattern. How does he take actions? What kind of decision does he make? And outside of you, I'm not talking about decisions about you, because of course, if he knows that you like him and he likes you too, yeah, you guys will be trying to impress each other. So I'm not talking about just, it's not like you can't look at the points of the kind of action is taken with you as well. That's not what I'm saying. But look within the one is taking with you and the one is taking without you. I want you to look at everything, sum it up together. I want it to be a full package, and let us start to find out, okay, what kind of man is this? So it's action, but you need to be an observant person. You need to be patient and you need to be interested in this. The reason why many people end up with any kind of person, they're like, oh, all these all men are this, all men are that. And a lot of times when people, I was watching a podcast, or what's supposed to be a podcast the other day, and the lady was sharing about how she ended up with a very, she called the man, but she wasn't the popular word you guys are always watching, oh, narcissist and all that. But she said she was the one that's now still said that she saw the signs earlier on. I beg you, don't waste your time. You cannot watch content like this and not put it into practice. Like, I don't even, me, I don't know how people, maybe you think you have all the time in the world in this life, but it's up to you at the end of the day. I hope that's why I'm taking out time to do this. That you choose not to waste your time by putting these things into practice. And it's not that difficult. Just observe, be patient. This is a person that you are hoping, if things work out, you both will spend the rest of your life together. So why are you in a hurry? Why are you exploring your bodies first before you start exploring your you start exploring his behavior and his thoughts and all these other things. So the kind of actions it takes, the kind of decision, even work decision, when he's conversing, when you both are conversing. So pay attention. Those is when you are conversing, you will know, which I'm hoping that you're going to do. Because many times nowadays people don't even want to converse, or they don't know what to converse. And I'm just wondering, what do you mean? That's why I wrote that book, anyways. Like, what do you mean you don't know what to talk about? But okay, buy the book written by SAGENEL. Get it. Click the link in the description to find the book. 100 conversations and questions you can be having. The next way you can know if this man, we're still speaking about how to know that your man has a sound mind, is his past pattern and the things about his past pattern. Now, this is not to say you are holding him by the past like a person that can never grow or become from the mistakes he has made, but it's also important to visit the past to be able to know the level of evolution as a result of his decisions and even the way he talks in this day and age. A lot of times, I know we like to be in a hurry to discard the past. All things are passed away, and indeed it is. It's true, especially if a person has given their life to Christ. They've received God as their life, as their Lord and Savior, and they are at least submitted to Him. I use the word at least submitted to Him, because many people are not submitted to God and they think they are. Whew, that's a different conversation entirely. Anyways, submitted. So when you're submitted, you may not want to do some things, but you know you have to do some things. That's the thing about submission. It's not a negotiation. It's a thing that you have to do. But as I was saying, a lot of times when that happens, the spiritual process, the metamorphosis begins to happen in the person's life, which is going to take a process. But it's not going to happen like in the blink of a finger, especially, and that now also depends on the person's desire and the person's quest for growth. So that's why you can see a person can change dramatically under 1, 2 years, and some people it may take them 7 years. It depends on their quest for growth and how they are following up with that desire of just wanting to be transformed, the metamorphosis process. Now, I was talking about his past and then his past pattern. So you need to know where your guy is coming from. It's not a thing of forget it. I don't know when people, that's very foolish, by the way, for you to be having a conversation with somebody and talking about, so tell me about your ex, tell me about your partner. Like, forget it, things about, no. What do you mean forget it? You is made up of your past, your present, and your future. So no matter how unproud you are of your past, is important, and you owe it to your partner to discuss it. Many times, many people, in the bid of trying to hide their past or forget their past, they are still struggling with things that they don't want to talk about, but they are claiming forget it. Then that past pattern comes to raise head up in the future, and you're like, I did not know this person existed. No, the person always existed. You people refuse to explore it. And that's why therapy before getting married is very important. So his past pattern and he's thinking also about the past pattern, what he also thinks about it. Is he bad? Is he not bad? Is he good? Would he do it over again? You're going to know over time, because it's easy to talk and it's easy to just say, oh, this and that. But to leave it out is where you should really be paying attention. So again, you are looking out for his past because you want to know who he was and who he's truly becoming, but it's not to judge him to not feel like, oh, he's still there, but it's a pointer to who he was and some of the things he currently may still be dealing with. It's just what it is. Of course, upfront, he's not going to tell you necessarily. Maybe some guys will do that, but not most. Oh, that, oh, so I'm now dealing with this, especially if you guys are just meeting rather. But sometimes, a lot of times, people are still dealing with things from their past, and even they need the support of their spouse to be. And sometimes, even in marriage, I know we like to feel like, oh, everybody is just, 100% charged when they come into marriage. But no, a lot of times, people's spouse still help them through their trauma and through their challenges from the past. Joyce Meyer shared a story openly of how the damage that her father did to her through the rape sessions and everything in between, just the whole toxic environment that she grew up in, how her husband was a big part of her healing as she continued to grow with God. Imagine it's like, no, I will not marry you. I won't marry you. I won't. And, she was just, maybe she'll get married at 50 years old, because a lot of times there are many things that she will say. And she's, at the time of this recording, she's over 70. But there are many times she will say that she just got it. Like she will say something like, oh, I just got this some years ago. And she's been married with children. She's a grandma now. Maybe even going to great grandma. I don't know the specifics of that. But what I'm trying to say is the essence of knowing that and also sharing yours as well is so that you both can know if there's something you need to help each other with. It's not to judge anybody, it's not to be annoyed. It's transparency for a person who truly is looking to spend and grow and nurture and leave a legacy of a healthy family, expanding God's kingdom on earth as it is in heaven. The next point is, what's the basis and the foundation for his thinking? So you need to know that what are the basis and the foundation for his thinking. The is his decision pattern and the way he thinks and the way he makes decision and the way he questions things and just thinks through life. Is it based on the Bible? Is it based on some sort of philosophy? Is it based on certain books he's reading? Is it based on certain people he's following? Because our thoughts really are based on all of these things. So you need to know the basis and foundation for his thinking. It's not enough for him to say, oh, I'm a believer. That people who think that who say they are believers, women, but their cleavage is all over the place. But like, oh, they're like believers, but they believe in showing a bit of skin, a bit of breasts, and a bit of bum bum. Yeah, but they'll tell you they're believers. They will even drop the half nude picture with scriptures. So it's not enough in this day and age. Unfortunately, it used to be, or it was supposed to be enough for parents to say that and for you to believe it, and we're all just good, but it's just not enough right now. Because things are interesting, people are interesting, interesting things are happening at interesting in such an interesting time. So you want to know the basis when he thinks and talks, and then you want to ask, okay, so what are the things that form you? What are your morning routines like? Your what is your morning routine like rather, and what are things that form and shape the kind of conversations you hold dear and the kind of philosophy that you really have in your mind. And because, oh, I follow this pastor, or this the person that I learn from, or I follow this mentor and this teacher, or I follow this philosopher, or these are the books of this great person who has passed away that I continue to feed and feast on. You have to know the source of how this man's mind is being fed. All right. And that is going to happen through conversation. The next part, I think two more is the friends, the kind of friends. And this friend zone, I don't want to get into it too dicey because you really can have different category of friends, but you want to in the friendship that this person is building or this person has, you want to have an idea by also having a conversation of what are the kind of conversations they enjoy having, where do they like hanging out, and if they have so much influence on him. You know that people have friends, but the friends don't have so much influence on them like that. Yeah. You should have friends. You should learn from your friends, but again, that one is a different. If I open up that jar, we'll not go close them. But at the end of the day, the most important influence should come from God, should come from your submission to God. Sometimes some people, it's not like that for them. They want to please their friends, they want to score points with their friends, So you want to, is it like that? Because if it's like that, can be a problem. Or today his friends can tell him, guy, don't do like this, that, then everything his friends says is going to be affecting your home. But if it's not like that, no matter what he says, he's always going to be a man of his own thinking and all well and good for you. But people are different and people continue to evolve. So it doesn't mean if a person is like this, say, no, no, no. We are not even, I can't have a relationship. You want to now find ways to help this person become a better thinker who is in control of his life, who is not just waiting for one friend to say this or say that before he moves his way. Because, childhood, the way people grow up is different. So we need to give ourselves grace. Let's not choke ourselves in the name of, we're waiting for a perfect person. There's no perfect person. You watching me, you are not perfect. So a lot of times, one of the things I do is I try to share the most important things that are non-negotiables and the things that you can then now start working on together. Because one thing that usually not said is you and your partner are still going to work on things together to make yourself a better person. And no, it's not always money. It's not always you will grow financially together. It could be you're going to work on some emotional issues that this person is having that is affecting this person. But this person is a good guy or this person is a good girl. Often people they're just very quick to discard people. No, 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 no. I mean, anyways, that's why you need to get into a one-on-one with me because these are some of the things we get to the nitty-gritty of. And a lot of times, many people, this is how they are able to build the kind of marriage that they have now, but they will not see it. Continue to sit down and be saying couple goals without understanding the story behind the scene. I greet you. Finally, the kind of conversations that he is interested in. So when you both are speaking, what kind of conversations is he interested in? That would help you to know the kind of mind, how to know. Don't forget, we're speaking about how to know that your man has a sound mind. So those kind of conversations will help you. And sometimes if you feel the conversation is off, you want to find out why he's having such off conversations. If you're just sensing it's off, but if it's off for so long, then continues to be off, then maybe it's a problem. Maybe the guy is just no, all he's interested is in what are you wearing. That one is a problem. If it's actually what are you wearing, what kind of question is that, and you question that, and this person changes, and then there is. I'm just giving an example because this person changes not in 2 minutes. Because many times people take these things, but they don't know how to practice it. Again, that's why you need to work with a coach. That's why you need to come in for therapy to understand things that necessarily will not be said via video because I'm creating this video for like a wide audience. So a lot of times some things, some answers need to be customized for you. Invest that money to in coaching and counseling. Don't what do I want to say now? Don't cheat yourself in the name of trying to crack your head because you're wondering, is this or is this not it? But anyways, as I start to wrap up, so the person asks a kind of question once or twice, you want to, okay, where is this coming from? But by the time the question starts being a repetitive thing that is continuous, then yeah, maybe this person is not truly serious and ready. But what I will I will close out with is be patient with people generally. Whether you're male or female watching this, of course, this was recorded especially for females. But be patient with people generally. In this generation, we are too quick to discard, very quick to block people, very quick to cut off people, very quick to say access denied. My love is still with you, but access denied. And yeah, put whatever you need to do to make you sleep well. I just hope that you are following biblical principles. If you're a person that is submitted to God, you may, if it aligns with what God is saying in the Bible, because many of these jargons that is even said online as motivational speech, they're not even biblical. What I'm just trying to say as I close out is be patient with people, be interested in people, and even if you don't get to marry a person that you are with or that you've come across, at least wish them the very best and let that be shown by your action. Because at the end of the day, we are all made and created in the image of God. Let us not forget that. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.